Let's start 2026 off with a bang. Hello everyone, welcome back to A Fictional Escapist. My name is Kris and today's video is the January TBR for 2026. This is the TBR out of all of them that I might actually stick to for the year, which will set us up for the remainder of 2026. On this list today, I have 4 definites, 1 book club pick, and then a couple of honorable mentions that I may gravitate towards that I'm feeling at the moment, but I'm not quite sure if they will fit in. So we're going to start off with the definites. 2 of these are quite chunky, which is why there's only 4, because they may take up a bunch of my time. We'll start off with the one that I'm currently reading. This is the Phoenix Empress by K. Arsenault Rivera. My brain had to think of that for a second. This is book 2 in the Ascendant trilogy by this author. I read The Tiger's Daughter late in 2025, had an absolute blast with it, to the point where I was like, I need to read book 2 now. And I started it right away, which just doesn't happen to me. And I have a physical copy of this one. I'll put it up on the screen, but I'm very, very much enjoying my time with this series, and I will finish this one in January because I'm currently reading it. So there's that. Also, that I will definitely be reading in January because I will be starting it prior to the beginning of the month. It is currently the 27th at the time of filming, is Cephrael's Hand by Melissa McPhail. This is the start of the Wars of Shadow and Light. I'm doing the Wars of Light and Shadow by Jenny Wirtz, and it's not that, but it's a very similar series name. But book 1 runs for about 36 hours, I believe, on audio. This is going to be my main audiobook focus for the month of January. I've been telling my buddy Mark I'm going to read it for years at this point. It is time to jump into it. So I'll be doing that one this month as well. The next one that I have is a NetGalley e-arc that I really need to get to because I have only accepted 6 e-arcs. Sorry, I've only applied for 6 e-arcs, got them all. I've got 100% review rate at the moment, so I would like to keep that up. And this book comes out in February. And that is A Day of Breath by Darby Cox. I don't know a lot about this one. I know I read the blurb and I got excited about it. I like the cover. I could not tell you what it's about if you ask me right now. And like, you're not asking me, I'm asking me. I don't know. But it's about 380 pages and I probably need to get to it sooner rather than later. So I will be picking that one up directly after finishing the Phoenix Empress. So it looks like this though, if you want to have a look at it. Then I have a book club pick from the Buy Plus community here in Perth, and we're doing an IRL book club, and my housemate happened to have the book, which is great. We are going to be reading The Iron Widow by Siran J. Xiao, and I don't know what to expect with this one. I think it's sapphic. Don't quote me on that. It says, the boys of Huaxia dream of pairing up with girls to pilot chrysalises, giant transforming robots that battle aliens beyond the Great Wall. It doesn't matter that their female co-pilots are expected to serve as concubines and often die from the mental strain. That sounds dark. When 18-year-old Zitan offers herself up as a concubine pilot, her plan is to assassinate the ace male pilot responsible for her sister's death. But after miraculously surviving her first battle, Zitan sets her sights on a mightier goal. The time has come to stop more girls from being sacrificed. Okay, that sounds really cool. So I'm looking forward to that one. This is being discussed with the group in early February, so I do need to read this one in the month of January. The other one that I've got here is because Book 2, Volume 1 and Volume 2 have been announced to come out in March. The series will be complete. I'm very much looking forward to it. It's been 5 years since I read this first book, and that is Dreams the Dying by Nicholas Lietzow. So I need to reread this. I still have a very clear image of this book in my mind because I was so enamored by it. This is one of the first self-pubs that I read, and I just loved it, and I expect to love it again the second time. I remember enough to potentially pick up book 2 without reading this one, but I would like the refresh. It has been a very long time. I do remember one particular scene that I should not have read on public transport. Anyway, that's all I'll say on that. But I will be reading books 2, Volume 1 and Volume 2 of that this year, hopefully. So I do need to get a reread of that one. And that is planned. It's like 1,000 pages though. If I have time, I have a couple of honorable mentions that I will bring up here. And these are books that I will look at slipping in somewhere. The first of that is the first book of the novels of the Malazan Empire. I think I called them the novels of the Malazan Book of the Fallen when I did my TBR video, not the case. But this is Knight of Knives by Ian C. Esselmont. I'm being called back to the world of Malazan. I really enjoyed the series. My main gripes with it is just how long it is, and it took me a long time to read those books because of how long and how not necessarily dense they were. Like, it wasn't hard to read by any means, but it just took a long time. I've heard that these are much easier to read, and I'm really curious to see more of this world. So potentially I will pick this one up this month as well. It depends. This is one of those series that I'll just sort of slip in when I have time, but I own the first book, so potentially that. The other one that I'm sort of gravitating towards a little bit right now is to finish off a series, and that is The Bitter Twins by Jen Williams. I liked The Ninth Reign. I have issues with it. I didn't like it as much as some other people tend to. Like, I'm not raving about it by any means, but it was fun, and it read easily enough. I enjoyed the world building. I enjoyed a couple of the characters that we had in there, enough to continue on with the series, and I would like to do so before I forget too much of it. So potentially The Bitter Twins may also be read. I'm unsure at this stage, but it's a possibility. Those are the things that I've got planned / honorable mentions that I may throw in there for the month of January. What are you picking up? Let me know in the comments down below. If you like the content, give one of those. If you want to see more of it, click subscribe at your will, and I will catch you in the next video. Ciao.